Despite a series of advances in the field, a 1995 review by an outside agency concludes that remote viewing was not an effective means of gathering intelligence.
1991, Stargate receives $20 million in funding. Then in 1995, the whole program is abruptly cut off. Many people wonder why that happened.
Stargate and the other programs were immediately shut down. At least, that's the official story.
So why close the program down in 95? Is it because they really weren't getting the results they wanted? Or is it because too many people knew about that project and they decided it was time to continue it underground?
Although no one can be certain if the program is still underway, many ponder where this ability came from in the first place. Could it be that humans have a largely untapped ability? Or were we given this gift by a much higher intelligence than our own? Sergeant Mel Riley was a remote viewer for the U.S. Army in the 1970s.
The people involved in the unit came from a lot of different disciplines within the intelligence field. At least one or several of the people have recounted an early experience sometime in their life with what they believe to be a UFO.
Could contact with alien beings offer an advantage to uncovering what humans can truly accomplish?
They all claim that they had interactions with extraterrestrials. And is there a tie between those visitations and their abilities?
This is common in UFO folklore. In fact, a lot of abductees seem to have highly intuitive abilities, report psychic abilities, that sort of thing. So there seems to be a correlation between psychic ability and sightings.
According to the experts, the matrix of all known information includes more than just our own civilization. Other times and even other planets may be accessible to those remote viewers with the proper skill.
And if you're able to see something only a country away, why not try to see something a universe away?
Arguing, and I will argue this, that remote viewing is real, and assuming that extraterrestrials are real, does it mean we can remote view to another planet?
In fact, more than one remote viewer has been asked to do exactly that. Unsealed case file. The Mars Observer. September 25th, 1992. NASA launches a $980 million probe to the Red Planet.
We sent a probe to Mars, and as the probe approached a certain area of Mars, it basically shut off. We lost contact with it. We had some remote viewers remote view that probe. They didn't know it was a satellite that they were looking at. They didn't know it had gone to Mars. They just said, okay, there's an object. Now there's another bigger object that basically enveloped this object. So took it over, shut it down. So they had remote viewed a UFO.
An even more incredible claim arises from the Pioneer 10 mission to Jupiter in 1973.
Ingo Swann was asked to remote view in advance of the space probe so he could find out what information it might find. One of the things he reported is that there are rings around Jupiter. And everybody said, well, there's no rings around Jupiter, that's Saturn, you've gotten confused. Well, interestingly enough, when several months later the space probe actually flew by Jupiter, discovered that it did have rings. They're just edge on to us, and they're thinner than Saturn's, but there are rings around Jupiter.
When it comes to remote viewing other worlds, one more recent result is the most shocking of all. Unsealed case file. The Mars Base. March 2010. The Farsight Institute, a privately run research organization, conducts experiments using 9 highly trained remote viewers. Their target, longitude 19.73 degrees west, latitude 3.08 degrees north, on the surface of Mars.
JPL released this photo of what appears to be some sort of dome on Mars, and the results they found were pretty fascinating.
The participants have visions of a large, artificially constructed dome, underground tunnels and chambers, and a laboratory occupied by humanoid figures. Could this be evidence of a Black Ops government program to build human colonies on Mars? Or is it an ancient civilization immortalized by Martian ruins?
They claimed that what they saw wasn't new. It was in fact ancient. Was it natural? Was it artificial? They couldn't really say, but Fact is, what they saw was something very real on the surface of Mars.
Up next, the CIA says they disbanded their team of psychic warriors in the 1990s. But did they?